Hello everyone, welcome. How are you, Neko?
Well, very fine. Let me just say there are some things in my personal life that are going a bit of shite, but let's not dump that on the stream. Let's have a fun night.
We start earlier today because we can, and
Yes, indeed, because
we
we can.
and we want to increase our chances to finish this game tonight.
Because he is bored of it.
The other way.
I'm joking.
Yeah, it's not too bad, not too great, but yeah, we are playing Broken Sword 2.5. We are somewhere in the middle.
Like if you would hear put a dot.
In the middle of it. It's a fan-made connection game, let's say, between the second and the third one in the series. That's why it's named 2.5, the Return of the Templars.
In my opinion, for a fan-made project, this blew my mind when it released. While the puzzles aren't the best, granted, and the voice acting isn't always the best, granted, for a fan-made, no-budget game, I have seen a lot worse in my reviewing career.
Agreed, but this doesn't mean that the game is great. It's a nice effort for a fan-made project, if you compare it with the main games in the series... Sorry.
Yeah, let me say, just in the category of fan game, it's a good game.
Let's put it like this.
Sorry.
I agree.
But outside of that, it has its flaws.
Okay. Immediately after we finish this one, we'll start Broken Sword 3. And if we'll finish it really quickly tonight. I don't think so, but if we finish it really quick, maybe we'll even start Broken Sword 3 tonight. And maybe, again, with us, it's always maybe. Maybe next week we'll start a new game, a really new game, just released for the Switch. I don't know if you just got it. Mine will arrive tomorrow.
I want to show it, but the fuckers. I got 2 games ordered. One for my godchild, and the game we are going to talk in a bit about. They said, "Oh, you weren't home. We are gonna drop off one game, and the other game is going to the post office."
Oh, so you'll get it tomorrow, maybe.
Another Codes collection is not physically here in my hands, and if only we had live Photoshop now for showing it right here.
I don't have it prepared. Yeah, mine was supposed to arrive only at the end of the next week, but I just got a message that it will be tomorrow in my hands.
And looking for the original versions in my cupboard, I don't want to look for some reason.
Anyway, it's a really interesting game. Again, recommended by Neko for us, and it's basically is not a remaster, it's a remake of the first game. The first one that we're gonna play of the DS released. Both of them are remakes. I think the second one is just a remaster, the one that was on the Wii. It's just a remaster. The one that was exclusive to the Nintendo 3DS, it's a remake. It's a
not
fully
3DS. DS. It's older.
Oh, okay. DS. Okay. I don't know.
It's from the developers you might know of a way bigger title, a landmark title in the point-and-click genre on the Nintendo DS called Hotel Dusk.
Yeah, a really good one. A nice experience. I'm afraid it's not that suitable for a stream, that experience, because it's using a lot the DS capabilities.
Well, you have A3 Odyssey. Then that was that was a dungeon crawler where you draw your map yourself, and it used the DS touchscreen to its fullest potential, also the 3DS one. But the fucker's ported to Switch, and it has amazing sales figures.
I have it already, as you know, but Hotel Dusk wasn't ported to the Switch yet. It would be wonderful if they will.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Like games like Ghost Trick and everything get ported to Switch. I mean, even Freddy Fish and Put, all those games also got ported to Switch. I mean, Switch is the porting machine.
I would love to see it on the Switch also, but not until now. We'll see. Let's hope for it. So, enough with the introductions. We'll show you also some of our pickups during the stream.
The broken sword.
And yeah, let's go to the game and see where we were last time.
So if any volumes are screwy, I'm monitoring chat as well, so just shout at me.
Okay, as far as I remember, we just arrived in this area. So
Yeah, and we talked with our friendly guys.
yeah, you should recognize them, both of them. Let's explore a bit. We are playing with Nico, not with Neko, just with Nico.
Neko is just commentating.
Jimmy McClough.
Who is speaking, please?
My name is Nicole Collard. I'm a TV journalist with the French channel Canal 1. We were thinking about airing an extensive portrait of you, which would include an interview. After all, you're one of the most renowned historians of our time.
It sounds really tempting, but I think I'm going to have to turn you down.
That would be a great pity. We're one of the most successful channels in Europe. Our ratings are very high, which would guarantee that your portrait would find a great audience. You would be able to tell generations of people about your views on some of the most historic events. I mean, you're one of the very few allowed to oversee the preparations for the first moon landing. You were able to follow Armstrong, Aldrin, and the others during their training for the mission. It would be a shame if the public were denied these unique insights.
I must admit that you've done your research well.
Thanks.
Under the circumstances, I'd be happy to meet you here at my house sometime.
This may sound a little forward, but how about conducting the interview today?
Today, you TV people move awfully quickly, don't you?
That's our trademark.
Very well then. I'll be at my house at 2 o'clock. For reasons of security, I can't tell you my address over the phone, but you can meet me secretary at the History Museum. She's leading a tour for a group of children there. I'll phone her and tell her you're coming. She'll bring you here. I'm sorry that I have to make it this complicated, but there really is no other way. There have been attempts to assassinate me. It seems as if I don't only have friends. I'll wait for you till 2 o'clock. That's in 20 minutes. If you're not there by that time, we'll have to postpone our meeting by about 3 weeks, because I'm going on a 3-week business trip today.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Derek Stevenson. I'm with the York Police Force. There has recently been an unpleasant increase in theft of luggage at this airport. That's why we are carrying out a routine search. Please stay calm. There's no need to panic. But apart from the airport staff, nobody will be permitted to leave the premises while the search is underway. This should take no longer than 40 minutes. My colleague will give you all further instructions. We apologise for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience.
Has
down.
it been set
I
up
have
as
to
a
be at McLough's
puzzle?
house in 20 minutes.
Okay.
Stop. You can't go in there. This entrance is for staff only. I must see your ID card.
Well, I left it inside the room. May I fetch it?
Section 4, paragraph 3 of operational guidelines clearly states no access to sealed areas for unauthorized persons.
Maybe you could fetch my bag for me.
Well, not really, but I suppose I could make an exception. What does it look like?
Well, there are small hearts on its left side, spelling out, I love you.
One moment, please.
Okay.
I don't want to know what's inside.
Let's see with this one.
Wait a minute. Only airport and flight personnel are allowed to leave the complex.
Don't I look like one of them?
That's beside the point, miss. May I see your ID, please? You know, regulations.
There's a slight problem with that. My husband mislaid my handbag this morning, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And now I'm unidentifiable, so to speak.
Sorry, miss, but without an identity card, I can't let you leave the premises.
Okay, I understand.
This is such an easy puzzle setup. With tension.
I have to be at McLough's house in 20 minutes.
Oh, Jesus. I thought somebody was calling me, but it was just my
It's me
one
again.
of my family members
What can we
dumping
do for
pictures
you?
in the WhatsApp group.
Have you ever heard of a historian called Jimmy McLough? Oh yes, we were in his museum. The History Museum. That's the one, you know it? Not really, but I have an appointment with his secretary. After that, I'm going to meet Mr. McLough in person.
You are gonna meet Mr. McClough? The Jimmy McClough?
Yes, in about 20 minutes. If I don't make it in time, I'll miss my chance and I'll have to wait 3 weeks. But with this search going on, I can't get out of the building. That's a disaster. You don't get to meet Jimmy McClough every day.
If we can help you in any way, just let us know.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Bye. Goodbye, dearie. I think about ripping one of the screens out of the wall as a present for Georges, but reluctantly decide otherwise.
They mispronounced it 5 fucking times. How do you make McLaugh McClot? How? How?
I'm afraid your bag is not in this room.
I think you
really
counted
can't let me
5 ways
Section
of
4, paragraph
pronunciations
3 of-
last time
Yeah.
of his name.
Have a nice day.
Okay, man, so you say this should be an easy one.
Yeah.
Oh, I have other locations here? I don't think so.
No. Have you talked to both of them?
Yeah?
Okay.
There's another of those stuffy watchmen. Me again.
Yes, please.
Okay.
You know,
He looks pretty embittered and stern. And you really can't...
I'm afraid not, ma'am.
I'm not gonna
And you really can't let me in?
nitpick
I'm
about
afraid not, Mom.
pronunciation. Am I the only one who hears man instead of madam? I'm doing it. I'm nitpicking about pronunciations. Fuck it.
I've had an aversion towards boxes for some time now. No idea why.
Boxes? But I love my boxes! AVGN quote. And then he throws Bugs Bunny into it.
I'm missing something here, I guess.
Eh,
Pixel hunt
You-
time.
No.
No. Let's talk again then.
Yes.
It's me again. What can we do for you? Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Yes? Could you somehow distract that watchman over there? That police officer? Exactly. Do you want to get into that room? It's my only chance to get out of the building before my 20 minutes are up. Okay, we'll help you.
And they work together as an army. Chum, 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 chum.
Excuse me, sir.
What can I do for you, ma'am?
May we take a photo with you? You don't see a real British policeman every day. Especially when you come from America.
It's an honour, ma'am. But you know, we have a policy.
To hell with your policy.
Very America.
This towel is unused, which is quite remarkable considering a 9-hour working day. 9 hours and no shower. Ugh. Might be useful
Indeed.
sometime. Someone's staff uniform is hanging there. I assume that I'm talking about a woman here. Unless it's a man who wears a skirt to work.
Yeah, these
The
days
uniform
you
appears
can't
to
be
my
very sure.
size.
You can be very sure of
Such
many
things
things.
tend
I don't want to
happen
cover
every
more.
time things start to get interesting.
Yeah, same here.
A pity, isn't it? Damn, it doesn't fit. Someone's staff uniform is hanging there.
Okay.
This towel is unused.
Oh, we have a key here.
But I just need to key. I'm totally not quoting other games.
What? Is something here?
Yeah.
I've got one of those in Paris. Only mine looks better. I'll need that one soon.
This is silly. Why don't you pick it up from the first time?
I've got one of those in Paris. Only mine looks better.
Nico, you might be happy that there is not a fucking photo on it. I wonder what's on top of that cabinet. We don't know since it's not said. It's an old RCT TV, but Is that a prosthetic leg or what the fuck is laying next to it?
You mean CRT TV?
Yeah, but what's laying next to it there? Posters? Or
This
prosthetic
one
leg
seems
or...
to be a poster,
Yeah.
but those eludes me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we have.
Damn, the watchman
No?
must have locked the door. I don't think that's a good idea.
So, is that camera roll not full by now?
Maybe it's digital.
You have been
Me
blessed
again.
by the
Yes,
sneezing.
please.
Here's my ID.
Is that really you in the photograph?
Of course it's me. Who else should be on my ID?
Okay, miss.
Mrs.
Sorry, Mrs.
Mrs. Wanda Kirsch.
Okay, that's the name on this ID card. So you can't have stolen it.
If you only knew.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Wow, such a puzzle. Okay. History Museum. New location. New location.
New location.
New location.
New location.
New location.
How far can we drive this joke into the ground?
Okay, so
Very far if we
probably we'll not be able to enter to the main door, and we'll go through here, and everything is set up from the start. Let's see if I am mistaken.
He's busy taking photos. Excuse me, can you tell me what all this commotion is about? I have to get into that museum.
Don't we all?
Maybe, but it's different with me.
Yeah, me too.
Is the Prime Minister paying a visit?
There'd be less of a fuss then, wouldn't there? iCUE McEwen is visiting the museum.
I don't know him.
Well, he's the reason you can't get in.
And when does he arrive, this iCUE...
iCUE McEwen.
All right, iCUE McEwen. When does he arrive?
He's scheduled to arrive at 3 o'clock, but it may take longer.
Is there another way into the museum?
Not a legal one.
Okay, thanks for your help, if you can call it that.
A pleasure, if you can call it that.
That sounds like a YouTuber, don't you think?
You know something I don't?
He sounds like a YouTuber I know.
You can check, I guess.
There is barely any info about it, but... Jones Googling to the rescue!
I'm not sure how many streams of this game were on the internet.
My man, the whole voice acting list, I just found it.
Whoa.
I hate puddles. Ugh, there's a puddle in front of the window. My poor shoes.
Is she going to damsel in distress?
Ooh. New location.
New location.
New location.
New location.
New location. New location.
This is the ground. This is the joke. This is what we did with it. Okay, you wanna know the person who voiced Nico
That
here?
must be Mr. McClough's assistant. I expected her to look different.
Is actually a teacher. Her
Are you
name is
Mr.
Angus
McLough's
Regan.
assistant?
Who wants to know?
My name is Nicole Collard.
Oh, right. The journalist. We should hurry or we'll be late.
Okay.
This is Mr. McLough's estate. I think you can find your own
New
way through
location.
here. I have to leave
No,
you here. My
previous
little
stream
children are
location.
waiting.
Thanks a lot.
It's been a pleasure. Goodbye and good luck with your interview.
I take a look at my watch and I notice that I'm 5 minutes late. What am I to do?
Now, I have been looking at 3
There are skid marks on the ground. and
voice
they're recent.
actors,
It's not been here for long.
and I find 3 YouTubers.
Ah, really?
Yeah. So, Sam Birdman is the voice of George in this game. He has a YouTube channel. Dirk
No, I
Derek
must find
Meyer.
George first. No, I must find...
Nico, down here!
George?
Live and in color.
Each time we get separated, I find you behind bars.
I guess it's just bad luck.
What happens this time?
I'll tell you later. First, meet an old acquaintance.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Good to see you again.
You evil, deceitful idiot! I thought you were dead.
Nico, calm down and get us out of here first.
Us? You don't expect me to get this murder out of here, do you?
Yes, I do. Come on, I'll explain everything later.
Voice of Andre in this game.
What am I supposed to say? It's a hose pipe.
The voice actor for Andre Lobineau in this game has
I
voiced
might need it later.
all German soldiers in Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings.
There's a screwdriver.
Whoa.
Yeah!
George would know what to do with it.
The more I'm looking
What
into
am I
this,
supposed to say?
the more insane this becomes.
I don't think that's a good idea. When I was young, I used to watch Western movies with my father. The crooks usually get out of jail by using a horse and a lasso to pull the bars out of the wall. Maybe it works in real life too.
They are doing the same trick like in the first one. No, the second one.
Yeah.
The hose is too loose.
To lose. What?
The hose is too loose.
Oh no.
This could work.
Okay. Wow.
Now, the main director for this game is actually a German director, movie director.
Uwe, how was, what was
Danny.
his name? Uwe Boll.
No.
That
Daniel
notorious.
Butterworth.
Okay,
Let's
you
get out
know
of here. I
about
think they're coming.
who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Very well, Khan. How were you able to survive the attack? Out with it.
You know, My father was a very popular illusionist. Night after night, he'd fill concert tents. The audience loved him. Shortly before he died, he taught me his most important tricks. I learned to disguise and to hoodwink other people, trick them. And it obviously worked.
And why did you do that? Instead of pretending to be dead, you could have helped us back in Bannockburn. You might have been extremely helpful.
You made it without me.
We did, but mainly thanks to a huge pile of luck and an equally huge pile of plastic explosives.
And because of that idiot Guido, he really tried to blow out the fire with his mouth.
I wouldn't have been too helpful anyway.
Why not?
I lied to you in the train. We weren't on the same side all along. I was a professional killer, a mercenary who risked his life for money.
I don't understand.
I knew the Templars before the incidents in Paris, Bannockburn or Syria. But not because I used to pay much attention in history class. I was simply hired by them.
You worked for the Templars?
That's exactly what I'm saying. $100,000 were a good reason to start working for the Neo-Templars. My first job was killing a politician in Japan. Then I came to Paris. That was the Plantard job.
And why the hell did you try to kill Georges?
Yes, why did you try to kill me?
He was just an unpleasant witness, that's all. However, I did become curious myself at some stage, so I started making inquiries. I read everything about the Templars I could get hold of, everything about their past. Old newspapers, articles, medieval documents, journals, simply everything. Naturally, the Templars didn't like that, so I was put on their blacklist myself. And that's what caused me to act against them.
A hitman seized with remorse. I don't believe it.
Dum dum
As
dum.
stupid as it might sound, but even killers have a soul, Monsieur Stobart. I decided to take your side and help you.
But you didn't. You still tried to kill me.
Wrong. I was never intending to kill you.
Didn't you? Have you forgotten our little meeting in Syria? I haven't. That was an I don't know how many feet jump I had to do.
As I said, I'm quite good at pretending my gun was loaded with blank ammunition.
What? You're telling me I risked my life jumping down there because you threatened me with blank ammunition?
It must have been an incredible experience.
You said you wouldn't have been able to help us. Why?
Very simple. I broke my leg when I fell off the train.
What did you do in Jimmy McClough's house?
That's a little complicated to explain. Only this much. The Templars still exist.
"24 hours before disaster." And we go even the extra mile. Somebody spent a lot of time in Blender to make this look good.
I am impressed. I mean, it even has more cutscenes than the original game had. No?
And they look mighty fine.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
this is a fan project with barely any budget to it.
There's a silver dog tag lying on the floor.
And it's a fun project from before the Kickstarter era or stuff like that.
Yes.
So no budget at all, I guess.
And I'm going to say the following. The guy who did, one of the guys who did the music for this, is Michael J.
Name
Rother.
engraved. Dog. How inventive.
Who made, almost 10 years later, the soundtrack for Dungeons 3.
Okay, I know that game. Well, it's not a great game. Dungeon. I mean, the entire series. It's a clone of Dungeon Keeper, no? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. A lot of people on the IMDb page have only this game credited to their name.
Those are the solid-looking windows of this underground coach.
Interesting. You know that mark is not on IMDb?
Now I know.
And this one is. That's so strange.
Yes.
And you know why I know this? Because after we finish the game, I usually mark that I finished the game on IMDb. And I couldn't for that mark.
Speaking about that, Mark, I pre-ordered the second game on
I
Switch.
pushed the window pane, but nothing happens.
I seen your post on Discord, and Darky asked you why you pre-ordered it digitally.
I will reply.
Stanchions. Nice idea to just hold on to one and pretend nothing had happened. But now I really must find Khan and Nico. A girl. She looks worried. Hi, my name is George. What's yours?
My name's Miranda.
How old are you, Miranda?
I'm 12.
Why are you sad?
My dog's run away.
Don't you want to look for it?
I can't.
Why not?
I'm blind. Max is my guide dog.
I see. Shall I find him for you?
Would you do that, mister?
Sure, Miranda. I'd love to.
Maybe you can also find my dog whistle. Max must have somehow torn it from me when he ran away.
I just replied to Darky and
But at a closer look, I see that it's a little bent. There's a small rift in the middle.
I will say it here too, because A, I had a shit ton of eShop credit left, and B, it was on sale.
It's already on sale.
It was on sale for members, I think, for club members.
Oh, okay. I'm not aware of what you can get as a Nintendo Club member. I mean, I think I bought only one digital game from for Switch.
The Witcher 3 is sometimes 100% off.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care. I wouldn't play Witcher 3 on the Switch, to be honest.
It's
Injured passengers.
It
I
runs
shouldn't talk to
stable
them
at 10 FPS, but it runs stable.
now. Those
And
are
it
the
looks like shit.
solid-looking windows of of this underground
No.
coach?
No?
It just runs at a low frame rate.
Well, it's an impressive port, I will admit that.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm not deaf. What can I do for you?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I suffered some minor bruises. But if I look around here, I see that I'm one of the luckier ones.
Pleased to hear that. Have you seen two persons leaving the train? A Latin guy and a tall woman with black hair?
If I'd seen them leave the train, I wouldn't be here, don't you think?
Okay. Do you have any idea why this train derailed?
No, I haven't.
Could it be an attack?
What's that supposed to achieve?
Injured or maybe even dead people?
I don't know.
I understand. Okay, I'll be leaving then.
Bye.
A middle-aged man. He's unconscious. I am not a thief. There's not much point in searching a broken bench for useful items. That must be Miranda's dog. He's snuffling at the bench. Strange. Oh my god, that looks like a bomb.
Oh. Let's save. Man, it's a bomb. What the fuck?
So, are you
Okay.
now getting more impressed with this game?
The clock
And why?
gives me 30 minutes to get rid of it.
And understanding
It's
why
fastened too securely. I can't remove it.
I think it's a fine game.
Yeah, man, it's a fun little game made by.
It gets 7.5 stars on IMDb.
It's fastened too securely. I can't remove it. It's a time bomb.
Okay.
I'd rather not. It's a time bomb. Who put it here?
Can I do something with it? No. Okay.
Hello? The old man is unconscious. I didn't notice him a moment ago.
I could click on the dog.
Again on the door.
I take a closer look at the dog, and I see that he really ripped the whistle from Miranda. Carefully, I take it from him.
Because it's that kind of bullshit.
I think we've talked a bit about the engine of the game, but we didn't establish if this engine is now open source or something. I really like the engine for a point and click. Maybe even more than the one that it's used for indies usually. I think it's Adventure Graphical Interface, AGI. Is the name of the most used point and click adventures engine.
My quick Google search lands me directly on a Scum VM thread. Oh my god. My name is Sebastian Nisi, and I'm one of the developers of Broken Sword 2005. We are going to release the game in the middle of 2008, on the PC. In the past and also today, we received many mails from fans asking us to make the game compatible with Scum VM. They were looking into making this game compatible with Scum VM, the developers.
Nice.
But the game is based on a total. They wrote the engine themselves.
That's nuts. And they didn't make it open source. What they did with it? I mean, because this game wasn't commercial, other games weren't released with this engine. They could have at least make it open source. I don't get it.
The amount of talents behind this game, or people who went to do things in the industry later.
I mean, it's a shame that this engine is not open source. Because, again, in my opinion, the AGI is really limited in terms of high resolution graphics, let's say. I mean, Broken Sword is higher resolution than the games from the beginning of the 90s, like Indiana Jones and Fate of Atlantis, or even their previous game made by Revolution, the previous two games, which were limited to 320 by 240 resolution, and I think I'm not sure which resolution the AGI supports now, but it's based on I mean, the engine supported 320 by 240 initially.
I'm sorry if I look distracted, but I have been scrolling through their website and everything. Get this.
Miranda, it's
Have
you found Max?
Not yet, but I'll find him soon.
5 weeks before the game was supposed to release. No, a few days before the game was going to release. They got burgled. And their hard drives were stolen.
What?
Well, a few days before the game was supposed to release, they got burgled and their hard drives were stolen.
No way.
I'm reading it right here on their archive website. And
they made a drama out of it.
Yeah, they delayed the game for 5 weeks because they had to run on a backup and reprogram some shit.
Okay, so they didn't lose the source code.
No.
But they also didn't release it publicly. And they also didn't do anything else with that code. It's a waste of...
Yes.
It's a waste of code.
And in fact, the first time this game got released, it was only in German.
I know that. Yeah.
And then they uploaded a patch with the English voice acting, but it didn't only add English voice acting, it also added subtitles for English, German, Spanish, Italian, Polish, Croatian, Portuguese, and Russian.
Yeah, they were probably made by the community. I was also involved in such a project. I guess it was a fan-made Day of Tentacle game, if I remember correctly. And I was involved with helping with the translation. And I'm not sure if it was released. I don't remember now. In the end, but because I was a really big fan of Day of the Tentacle, I liked to contribute a bit to that one. Maybe it was released and it had Romanian. Maybe you can check this. It's
I'm sorry.
a really old memory of mine.
I wasn't listening because I got into a rabbit hole and the developers of this game released a new game in 2018.
Whoa. Another free game or?
No, hold on. They didn't release it in 2018, but in 2022.
Ooh, it's a pretty new one.
And it's on sale currently for minus 50%.
What's it called?
Browns and Ponds, Kingdom of Deceit.
And is having
Very positive.
positive reviews. Okay, and in terms of graphics, it looks like this one. Maybe they use the same engine. No.
No. It looks this, but more cleaned up and professional.
Okay, so maybe they continue to develop this engine. So we found an explanation why this engine wasn't publicly released for free.
Nope. And you were talking about helping in the translation of the game.
The dog tag.
Day of the Tentacle Fun project, something like that. I don't remember the name.
Nice.
But you could Google it. If I think I remember correctly. I have all kinds of surprises lately. I remember things wrongly. I think it's a sign of my age.
Man, I think you were 10 years older than me. I'm 30.
I'm more
40
than 10.
isn't that old, my man.
I'm more than 10 years older.
Again, even if you're 50, 50 is not that old.
I'm not that old. Not that old.
No.
Are you going to dog whistle? What? What? What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking. I'm on
My brain
autopilot. I'm on autopilot now. I'm waiting for your search, for you to search on Google for the game, for the Day of the Tentacle project. I'm curious.
You have Return of the Tentacle Prologue is the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, that one, I guess. That one.
And a Tentacle Hero, a Day of the Tentacle fan game.
One of them should be. Anyway, or is the same, because the prologue was made initially and then they made a bigger one. Something
And then
like that.
you have on itch.io Return of the Tentacle Prologue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You should check if they have Romanian translation. If they have Romanian translation, subtitles, I mean, is the project that I contributed a bit. I don't know how easy it is to find this information.
Don't underestimate